Hi guys, in today's lesson we are going to learn how to make a crochet crown, and also there will be a tutorial on how to do a tiara as well for all the girls. So you can make these in any colour that you like. It is quite a quick project as it only consists of 3 rows. So let's get started on this really cute crown or tiara. After the lesson on the crown, there is also a lesson on how to make the tiara for all those little princesses out there. I think this is absolutely adorable and a great way to use up odd bits of yarn. Didn't take much at all. It took probably 1/5 of a ball. It was really not much at all. And you can use different colours for here. You could use different colours for the band. Completely up to you. So I hope you guys have fun and stay tuned, and let's get started. So what we need to do first of all is make a chain that is big enough to fit the person that you're making for. And what you're going to do is you're going to make it, if you want it to sit sort of on top of their head for a tiara or a crown, you are going to use smaller than the circumference of their head. But if you want it to sit sort of down near the ears, like where a brim of a beanie sits, you're going to make it the size or the length of that measurement. A great website to go to is Bev's Country Cottage. They have sizing charts there that I use all the time for different size beanies. I think there's also sizing for blankets as well. So what we need to do is make our chain to the measurement that we want. This one is for a 6. Oh no, she's not 6, she's turning 8 soon, so a 7-year-old. And I'm also going to make one for a 2-year-old as well, for my special little girls. I'm thinking they will think this is quite cool. A pink crown. So you make your chain, and what you want to do is lay it down and pick up the other end and make sure that on the inside is the front of your chain, so that it goes around and makes a circle. This is quite hard to show you because it's so small. So that's the inside of my chain, the front of my chain. The back of my chain has bumps on it. I don't know if you can see that. They've got the bumps here. So it's the flat side of the chain is facing me, and it's going around the inside of the chain, and it's coming up, and I'm holding it, and the inside is, the flat side is still facing the inside of the circle. And what we're going to do is join this. So we're going to go into the first chain and we're going to do a slip stitch. And we'll know if we've done this wrong because when we crochet around and come back around to join it, it's not going to be continuous and to be flat, it's going to be twisted. So once you get to your first row, you are going to know if it's twisted or not. But if it is twisted, you can easily fix it, or you can just pull out your stitches. So I'm going to use the half double crochet stitch for mine. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, and in each stitch around we are going to work, I'm just going to move my light to see if it gets better. We're going to be working a half double crochet stitch. So I've gone into the chain, yarn over, 3 loops on your hook, yarning over, pulling through all 3. We're going to do this all the way around, so going into the next chain, of course we have to yarn over first because we're doing a half double. Pay attention. That was me, pay attention, not you guys. So through on your hook, yarning over, pulling through. Going into the next stitch, I've yarned over, I'm going into my stitch, my hands are really cold today, it's a horrible day outside. Great day to do videos. 3 on the hook, yarning over, pulling through. So we're just going to continue this all the way around, going into each chain, and then I'm going to catch up with you when I'm at the end of my chain. Okay, so I'm just about finished, as you can see. I've got a few more stitches to go. I'm just going to sit this down, make sure it's... So what you need is, you want the top of your stitches where you started, and you want, obviously where you've crocheted along, to be normal too, and you don't want this to be twisted in the middle. And that means that you haven't twisted your chain. So as you come around, if it is twisted, and when you untwist it, this is upside down, it means your chain was twisted when you joined it. What do? You can either pull it out and start again, or if you want to cheat and not start again, twist your chain, so go right to the end, so you're just about finished before you join it. So you would do your last couple of stitches. So let me just put mine in there. I have one more. So as you come around, this is where we started, this is the top of our work. They should line up. If they don't, and it's like this, twist it around, making sure that this is all around the right way, and then slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. So that's in the third chain. Sorry guys, the second chain, because we only did a chain 2, didn't we? So it's the first one and the second one's there. So we're just slip stitching. Then just making sure that when we look at it, it's not twisted. If it is twisted, take out that slip stitch, fix it up, and make sure it's okay. If you need to twist this little bit here, it's not going to matter, is it really? Because seriously, it's not going to matter. You're not going to notice it. So if you buggered it up, it doesn't matter. So now, you can leave your crown or your tiara with just the one row, or you can add as many rows as you like. I'm going to add another row. So I'm just going to chain up 2, and then I'm going to half double crochet in each stitch around. So we're going into our next stitch, going under 2 loops. You can go under 1 loop if you like. You can create this how you want to. So we're just going all the way around until we get back to the start here, and I'll catch up with you. So when you get to the end, we're going to slip stitch again to join. Oops. Making sure you go into the chain, not into the space. There we go. And working a slip stitch. So now we need to start the crown or the tiara, and you can do this in a number of ways. You can use all different stitches to give you different effects. One of the stitches that you could use would be making a chain 3, working into the same stitch, working 2 more double crochets, chaining 3, working 3 more double crochets back into the same stitch. And you want to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then do a slip stitch into the next stitch. You could also do a single crochet. And then we want to skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the next one. So we've skipped 2 into the third with a double crochet. We want to make 2 more of those in that same space. Then we're going to chain 3. You could try it with a chain 2 as well to see what type of look you like. You could also not do any chains at all and just work 6 double crochets back into the one space. So we're working back into that same space. We're going to work 1 more double crochet and then 1 more. So altogether we've got 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. Like I said, you could try doing 2 chains or 1 chain, or you could ignore the chain completely and just put 6 double crochets in the same space. You could try it with 5 as well. Then you want to skip 2 chains, go into the next one with a slip stitch. You could also make that a single crochet. It's up to you. So for the crown, we want to repeat this all the way around until we get up to the end here. So I'm just coming up to my last stitch and I've actually run out of yarn, so I might just make this. So just finishing off that last. That's my dog next to me making all the noises. So skipping 2, going into the next one with a slip stitch. Looks like I'm only going to make it just. So now you want to slip stitch to this stitch here. Now if you haven't, for some absolute fluke, I have the right amount of stitches, but if you don't, that's fine. You can just fudge it up as you go. So you could, if you need to get more stitches, just bring this stitch back 1 more and just adjust it so that it fits in. So you could do this, for instance. Where's the end? You could pull that stitch out if we need to create more stitches. Instead of skipping 2, you could skip 1 and work your stitch in there, and then skip 1. If that should help you out if you need to make up more stitches. Crochet is very forgiving like that. You can just fudge it up so it looks like you've done it right. So I'm just putting my stitches back in. So I'm going, skipping 2, going into the next one with a slip stitch. And now we want to slip stitch into the 3rd chain, so it's the top chain up there. And what that does, it makes that join up and look like it is continuous, so we're just slip stitching. Look, I've only got a tiny little bit left. And then you would sew in your ends and you should have your crown. How cute is it? Make it in blue and you've got one for a boy. Or you could make it any colour that you like. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick video. I'm going to be putting different styles on. You'll also have how to make a tiara. So stay tuned for that if you want to learn how to make the tiara. So you can experiment with the stitches as well. I'm sure you could come up with some fantastic combinations. So don't forget to join our Facebook page if you're over there. And we also have a Ravelry group. And you can find me on Twitter and also Crochettville if you guys are over on there too. So don't forget to subscribe for more videos because there will be plenty more coming along. And enjoy the next part of the video. So for the tiara, we started off a little different. First of all, make sure you've got your 2 rows or your 1 row of your half double crochet in first. and this time we are going to skip 2 stitches before we start our double crochet stitches. So we're going to yarn over, skip 2 stitches, go into that 3rd stitch and work 3 double crochets into that same stitch. Helps if you only do 3. I'm having all the trouble with this video, I don't know why. So 3, and then we chain 3. You could chain 2 or 1 for a different look if you like. And then back into that same stitch we're going to work 3 more double crochets. I'm really nervous making this video and I don't know why. How many videos have I made before? I've lost count. So we're going to skip 2 stitches and then we're going to slip stitch into the next one. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches and then we're going to work into the 3rd one, 3 double crochets, a chain 3, or a chain 1 or a 2, whatever you choose, and then 3 more into that same space, 3 more double crochets. It's looking cute. I'm thinking a tiara needs 3 little points at the front. I think you can make it however you like. So we're going to skip 2 stitches in the next stitch. We're going to make a slip stitch. We're going to skip 2 stitches and work 3 double crochets into that next stitch. Then we're going to work 3 chains, or however many chains you've chose. Back into the same stitch we're going to work 3 more double crochets, and then we're going to skip 2 and slip stitch into the next. And I think for a tiara, do you think 3 is enough? I think 3 is cute. I mean, of course, work as many as you like. You could do 5, whatever you like. This would look really cute in like a sparkly glitter yarn, wouldn't it? This would look really cute. So there we go, there's your tiara. Experiment with the stitches, like I said. You can ignore the chains and just have them as shell without the chains at the top. You could use a longer stitch, you could use a treble instead of the double crochet. You could use the trebles in the middle instead of a double crochet, and that will make that a little bit higher. You can experiment quite a bit. You can use different colours. So please share your creations. You can email them to me in the email addresses in the boxes in the description box, or you can share them on Facebook. And we've also got a Ravelry group as well. So until next time, happy crochet.